I can't be normal about them. Kaz and Inej communicate properly challenge. I'd marry Nikolai because I have eyes and am not dumb. I like am grinning. I feel like I should be embarrassed about this, but I'm just not because I love it so much. I have some work to do, but all that's on my mind right now is Six of Crows, and so we're talking about it. When I say the Six of Crows brain rot is real, I mean it. Every thought I've had for a while is about Six of Crows. I read the books last month and loved them. And then last week the show came out, season 2 of Shadow and Bone, and oh, the brain rot is so real. I can't put it into words, which is a problem because I'm trying to talk about it. But everything I do, I relate it to Six of Crows. Every bit of music I have listened to for the past month, I have been relating back to the Crows. I can't believe how many Taylor Swift songs are Kinej coded. All of them. I swear, it's... I have been in a reading slump since I read Six of Crows, and last night I was like, no, we're not doing this. We're gonna read a book. I picked up like 8 different books off my shelf. None of them felt right. I got an ebook. It didn't feel right. I was specifically looking up like books to read after you've read Six of Crows, and none of them were working. I've been going back through Six of Crows like multiple times a day, rereading certain scenes, highlighting certain bits, and so I decided last night that the only thing there was to do was just to reread Six of Crows, which I'm doing now. I was reading right before I went to sleep last night. I woke up and kept reading. I can't believe those books were sitting on my shelf for so long, unread. And now I've read them, and they're all I can think about. I know it sounds silly. I feel like if you're not a reader, or if you've never like done fandom, it seems really strange, but as someone who has been in and out of fandoms for the last decade, this feels very natural. This feels like home to me, which sounds really weird, but I don't know, I went a while not being a part of fandoms, not really caring about any fictional world all that much, until February when I watched Willow. Then I got like really into that, and now there's Six of Crows, and oh my god, I just love it. Even the show, I mean, the books are what I am focused on right now, but the show was so good. I have been watching that on repeat. I know a lot of people have a lot of problems with the show, which is totally valid, but like, I don't know. I think that once you go through having really bad adaptations, something like the Shadow and Bone show seems like a really good adaptation. And I think it is. I know that they've changed timelines and they've aged up characters and moved things. I was very shocked to see Crooked Kingdom plotlines running through season 2, but I don't care. The creators have said, and I feel like you just need to have that mindset going into it to begin with, that the show is a separate thing to the books, which it is, because it's a show. And so like, it's so good. I think that they cast the Crows really well. I'm not gonna lie, my entire For You page on TikTok is just edits of the Crows. Only the Crows, not the rest. Oh, and Nikolai, but mostly the Crows. And ooh, that one scene. If you've watched the show, if you know the books, you know the scene. But the scene where Dirty Hands comes out. Listen, I love Kaz. Kaz is one of those fictional characters that immediately I was just like, this is my favorite one. I like this one. And like, yes, he is brutal, and yes, he's a murderer, and yes, he has tortured people, but he's allowed. I like a good morally grey character, and just like the way that Oh my god. I usually never like ensemble books, like books with an ensemble cast of characters, and usually when a book has like a lot of points of view, I'm just waiting to get back to the ones I care about. But I genuinely enjoy every point of view. Honestly, other than the start of Six of Crows, when you're in Juiced's point of view, or however you say his name, that's why I didn't read the book for so long. I could never get through that chapter. But now I have, and I forgot all about that until last night, rereading the book. I hate the first chapter of the book. I know it's like kind of to set the scene, show you what's kind of going on in the world. I don't care. Take me to the crows. But that's the reason I didn't read it until last month. It took me so long to push through that because I had picked up the book before and I was like, I don't get the hype. This first chapter is not that interesting. Everyone said the characters are really good, but who are these people? But then you finish the first chapter and then you get to, I think it's Inej in the second chapter, and it's great. What was I saying about characters? Right. I loved every point of view character, and I loved every like point of view character. I love all of the crows, and I love each pairing. Usually there's one that I don't really care about, but I genuinely love all of them so much. I should probably give a spoiler warning here. Spoilers coming. This video will contain spoilers. I'm talking about this duology. There are going to be spoilers. Sorry. I think Nina and Matthias, oh, I love them so much. Like, who doesn't love enemies to lovers? But we get them once they're past the enemies, kind of, now there's just like a lot of mistrust. I don't know, it's just so good. And so heartbreaking when he dies. I went into Crooked Kingdom knowing that it was sad at some point. I had heard so many people talking about chapter 40 and I was like, what happens? I knew it had to be one of the crows, and I just, oh, it was so sad. That tiny bit of text, that tiny little paragraph of a chapter, that was genuinely like one of the saddest I've been when I was reading. Like, I was so upset. But I love Nina and Matthias. And then like Jasper and Wylan. Jasper and Wylan are just one of those couples. I personally love what they've done in the show. I like that they had met before, that they had had a night together before, and that Jasper didn't remember. That feels very in character for him. I've seen a lot of people being like, oh, but the slow burn. I don't think they really ever were a slow burn, but they're aged up. It just makes sense this way, and I love it. And it means that we actually get to see them being together. But in the book, I love the angst of Jasper kissing the wrong person. Like, he should have known, but also he wouldn't know. I don't know if I can even talk about Kaz and Inej because I haven't felt this way about a fictional relationship in a very long time. Every thought I have is of them. Like, I usually don't like slow burn. I don't like angst, but oh my god. I just... they're so perfect. I like that there's a reason that they can't be together. I like that Inej kind of holds her ground and doesn't just give in, and she knows what she wants and she's not going to take less than that. But I also really love that Kaz doesn't push. Like, he lets her make that decision, and it's like, wow, a guy respecting a woman's choice. Who'd have thought? I took notes. I took notes while watching season 2 because I was watching it right as it came out and I didn't want to spoil any friends or anything. So I don't know if you can see, but it's a few notes. I want to read a few of them to you because I think they're funny. To be fair, most of the notes are just character name, I love you. Because I love these people. Or just calling Pekka a lot of bad names. I'm gonna read you some of my notes from episode 1. These are just the notes that I have in order. They don't make sense, a lot of them without context, but Kaz's flashbacks, I'm scared. Pekka effing Rollins. Nikolai with Dreesen. Sturmhund, my effing man. There's only one bed. Alina, I'm in love with you. Shoes on the bed, prison. Mel, a style icon? That was quick. Alina's dress is beautiful. I need... The show's costuming this season. Oh my god, everything Alina wore, I was like, give to me now. I need it right now. I'm gonna make a kefta. Sorry, not what I'm talking about here, but there is a free kefta pattern and I'm gonna make one. And I'll make a video about it probably when I do it, but it's gonna take some time because I need to source material and things, and you don't care right now. But anyway, continuing to the notes. Jesper's, how dare you, we are not vultures, we are crows. I love him. I also have a lot of notes that are some version of Matthias put a shirt on challenge. Because he just never wears clothes, apparently. When Jesper says to Wylan, shouldn't you be graduating university? I was like, Jess? What? There's a lot of just me screaming in these notes about Kaz blowing up the Crow Club, about him saying that the barrel is for bastards, and like the bastard of the barrel, oh my god, about Sturmhund. I think it's interesting when my notes go from normal, just like writing, to all caps. Like, it's... Okay, enough of my notes. What I want to talk about is Kaz Dirty Hands Brecker. And Freddie Carter just going for it this season. Oh my god. The scene where he takes down Pekka Rollins. Life-changing. He looked feral in the best way, in the most Kaz way. Matthias always calls him demon or Demian or however it's said. It was him. That was what was happening. He looked wild. And it was perfect. I have a video of my first watch of the show. The scene in the last episode in the chapel with Kaz and Inej. Because the scene started and I was like, oh my god, it's the scene. They're doing the scene. So I started filming myself. And it's super embarrassing. I'll probably put it on here for you to see, but I was freaking out.
I want you to. I want.
Yes.
I want you.
Say it. Say it. Come on. Yes.
Love song. Fully clothed.
Come on.
Your head turned, so our lips never touch.
Say it.
Without your I will not have you at all.
Oh my god. Kaz.
Like, word for word from the book, they did the scene. The I will have you without armor scene. And look, I knew it was coming because of the score. There's a track that like alluded to it, but my god, I wasn't expecting it to be so perfect. I've been going back to the book and reading a lot of scenes after watching the show, and there is one scene that they did from the book that I think they did well, but just doesn't do the book justice, and that is the bandage scene. In the show, it like cuts off before anything really happens. In the book, it's so much more intense. Oh my god, that's what I love, I think, about Kaz and Inej. They don't touch, but it is like the most intimate thing, and I love them for that. I don't know how much of this content is even going to be usable, because it's just me like oh my god, I love these books. Oh my god. I am rereading Six of Crows as of last night. I'm slowly listening to the Shadow and Bone audiobook because I want to get through that series again. I forgot like everything that happened in Shadow and Bone. I was thinking about it before season 2 came out. I was like, I remember them getting the Sea Whip. I remember they get it, all good. I couldn't remember them finding the Firebird. And I just assumed that I forgot. Did not remember what actually happens with that. That was wild. I remembered how the book ended, which they did not do in the show, which a lot of people are angry about. I personally don't mind. They're leaving it open to continue the story, and a Dark Alina plotline would be incredible, so I am all for it. I don't love that Mal is now Stormhund. There is only one Stormhund in my heart, in my mind, and that is the King of Ravka. I haven't read King of Scars, which is why I'm reading Shadow and Bone. But I've seen a few spoilers from that, and I am so confused with how that all plays out, which is why I'm trying to get to it so I can read it. But my god, Nikolai in the show. Oh my god. I won't say it's perfect casting. In my head he looked different, but like, who cares? I think that the attitude though was really good. I wish that he did have like the costume at the start, but it's TV, not gonna. The scene where Kaz realizes that he is in charge, not Dreesen, was so good. I was just, oh my god. I have so many feelings about these books and the TV show. I think that the most perfect casting in the show was Wylan. That is what Wylan looked like to me when I read the book. I know he had like reddish hair, but I don't care. I don't know. I don't get hung up on those things as much anymore. I definitely used to. I used to really care about those things. And I think sometimes I do. I guess with like the casting of Red, White and Royal Blue, I was really worried about Henry's hair colour, but they bleached his hair, so it's fine. All good. There are bigger problems that I have with that adaptation. Not what we're talking about right now, but yes. I think that Wylan as a character... Wylan might be my favourite character in Six of Crows. Something about him is just very easy to care about, I guess. But also, I don't know if anyone can... Oops. I don't know if anyone can mean more to me than Kaz or Inej, really. I don't know. I can't pick a favourite because I love them all, and I just feel so much for these people that don't exist. I know that these are fictional characters that I'm like gushing about right now. I'm very aware of that. I'm allowed to enjoy things. Because I didn't remember Shadow and Bone as well, I didn't remember like Jenya and David, what happens with them. I watched the show and felt like it was a bit different, and then I was talking to my friend and she's like, no, that does not happen to him. And so now I'm like, oh no, it doesn't. Why would the show do that? I don't know why the show would kill him off. But here's the thing. In my mind, whenever I watch something, whenever I read something, if we don't see a body, the person isn't dead. It happens too often. It's happened in the show already. We don't see the Darkling's body and he comes back. I didn't see David's body. I know we see like blood, but it's not a body. To me, he's out there somewhere. I know he's probably not, but he is in my heart because Jenya deserves a happy ending. I was a little bit disappointed that we didn't get the iconic "I am become a blade." Because I think it would have been really fun, but also they probably saw how much everyone like hates on that line, which is fair. I get it. I just wish we had it. I'm flicking through my notes. When Nikolai proposes to Alina, my note is, I'd marry Nikolai because I have eyes and am not dumb. My first notes of episode 4 are, Alina is so pretty, Nikolai is so pretty, Mel's gonna throw himself out of a window. There's a lot of caps lock screaming in my notes when I realized they were doing the fake Firefox and Pekka thing. A lot of, oh my god, this is in the books, oh no. Kaz and Inej communicate properly challenge. I didn't plan on talking about the show, but that's what I've been doing now. Okay, there are so many things that happened in the show that I just loved. Every bit of like Kaz's backstory, the Geordie stuff was, oh my god, heartbreaking. I think one of the things that I really loved was when they get locked in that room and they have like that poison come down and Wyland's just like looking at the butterflies. That was adorable. I did love that. I love that he was like projecting a little bit, wanting Jesper to be there with him, but instead he was in a room dying. But I love seeing, I could genuinely scream so bad about this. Seeing Kaz's hallucination of like Geordie drowning him and being pulled out by Inej. I can't talk about it. I can't be normal about them. But then seeing Inej, oh my god, Inej's hallucination. And the fact that she knew it wasn't real, because she knew Kaz just wouldn't do it. She knows he's not at a place where he can just do that. He takes his gloves off, he reaches for her, but even in this hallucination, he's asking for consent, and it was just so good. The near kiss, genuinely, I think I like was screaming, like fully screaming. I was very like loud at my TV watching season 2, like yelling at the TV. I haven't done that since Heartstopper. I had a great time. Okay, I've been talking for too long. I need to not. Every time I go on TikTok, I'm just seeing edits of Shadow and Bone, mostly of the crows, mostly of Kaz. Every time I'm on social media, it's the crows. I'm really curious to see if we'll get more of the crows. Considering Lee just got like the craziest book deal I've ever heard of, like something like 12 books, $1 billion deal or something, wild. But if that means more crows, if it means more Grishaverse, I'm interested. Okay, I need to stop because I planned on this being like a little chatty thing as I do work, and I've done nothing, so I'm gonna go. I really don't know how much work I'm gonna get done before I put the TV on and watch Shadow and Bone, or just straight up pull my book out and start reading, but I need to stop talking. I like am grinning. I feel like I should be embarrassed about this, but I'm just not because I love it so much. Like, I'm sorry for whatever this video was. I don't know what it was. I just need to scream about this a little bit. So I have one friend who I have been like sending TikToks to constantly about this. I've also been sending things to another friend who has not watched the show, has not read the books, does not care, and I'm like, every time I'm like, I'm so sorry, but I need to scream about this. Please just watch it and scream with me. But it's fine. Okay, that's all for today. I have ranted enough. I'm gonna go talk to myself now, probably. Just turn the camera off and keep talking to myself, but actually get a bit of work done, because I need to get some work done. But that's all I have for today. If you enjoyed this, is this something you can enjoy? Just me kind of screaming? If you related, if you have strong feelings about the crows, the books, the show, whatever, let me know. scream with me in the comments, please. But that's all for today. You can subscribe, like the video. I'll see you next time. Bye.